Alright, this is a presentation on helping parents with remote learning. We had several questions and different things, common questions that we had from our remote learning in the spring. It was not as organized, so to kind of help people get organized or to answer frequently asked questions, I got a little presentation here that hopefully answer those for you and make this a lot smoother if we have to do this again in the fall or anytime this next school year. My name is Jordan Bear. I'm the technology teacher here, and I have my email address right here. It's jbear@neogacusd3.net. If you have any questions after this is over, you can contact me there. Here's what we're going to do with this presentation. I'm going to kind of divide it into sections, and I'll have it where you can kind of skip around to what you need. A lot of you probably will not need all of these. You'll just need bits and pieces so you can use this video as you need to skip around to what information you need to see. First thing is get Google Chrome. Some of you are not using Google Chrome, so this makes it easier because we use Google Apps for Education. If you have Google Chrome, it works really nicely together with that. Some people are using, like, for example, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or even Firefox or something like that. They're not bad, they're just not going to be as smooth working. So I'm going to show how to get Google Chrome first. After we get Google Chrome, I'm going to show how to log your child into Google Chrome. So notice Google Chrome, not Classroom here. And then the last thing is navigate to Google Classroom, which is pretty simple once we get logged into Google Chrome. So the first thing, getting Google Chrome. This is the first step to setting up remote learning. Google Chrome is a web browser or a way to access the internet. There are other programs that can access the internet. And I have examples there like I just said, but Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, there's others. Google Chrome is set up specifically to work with Google Classroom and the Google Apps for Education. And Google Chrome looks like this on your computer. A lot of you probably know that, but that is the logo, what it will look like when you open it. And if you do not have this on your computer, this is how you can get it. It's a free download, so you can open up any web browser. So you can open up whatever you use right now to search the internet, and then you can download it from there. And I put it here. If you just do a web search for Google Chrome download, it'll be there. But I'm going to show this here real quick. So this is what it will look like, and you can hit download Chrome right here. I was going to do it to see what it does. It'll download down here at the bottom. So it says Chrome setup.exe. If you click that little arrow there, you can open. And then it'll probably ask you to allow different things, but you just accept and allow as you're going through. So that's pretty much it. I think then it just opens it looks like. On your main screen it will look like this, or even down at the bottom like that. Okay, so that's step one. Make sure you have Google Chrome. And if you have multiple web browsers, just make sure you're using Google Chrome for the remote learning. It makes it much more simple. And this part of the presentation is done. You should now have Google Chrome on your computer. Next thing we're going to do is log your child into Google Chrome. This is probably the most important step. Alright, so step two, or the next thing we're going to work on here is logging in to Google Chrome. Once you have Google Chrome, you are ready to log in. So the first thing you'll do is open Google Chrome, and your screen should look something like this. I'm going to actually do this with everybody, so you can pause the video and do this. If you're watching this on a computer somewhere, that's the easiest way to do it, is pause and then do the steps. I have it open right here. Okay, so like that. So that's step one, is have Google open, Google Chrome open. Next step is to click on the person option. So you can see I got a little arrow on it right here. Mine says guest right now. If you use Google Chrome, you might have a personal account on there. I know, like on our home computer, I got my account, my wife's account. We have our daughter's account. I think I even have my parents' accounts on there because they use my computer. But you'll need to click on. Mine says guest, but it will be a little person. And so you can see I got three people on this plus guest. So that, click on that little thing. I will demonstrate here. Like that. And you should get like a pop-up. You may have people here, you may have nothing there. Okay, next thing, you're going to click on the plus add down here at the bottom of that. If there are people on there already, they will show up here, and there will be an option to add more people. That's what we want to do, to add your child's school account to Google Chrome. Okay, so I'm going to click on guest plus add. Alright, and you should get a screen looks like this. You can choose to put your child's name here or a generic name for your child and select an avatar. This will not matter soon. It will just change it. It's like on this one, I'm just doing my daughter's Bliss, and I picked up that and click add. Once you put in the school email address, it'll put a picture of the letter, like of their first name. So let's put a B up there later, I think. So once you have those two filled in, you can click add. I'll do that. Your screen should now look like this. Okay. So if your screen does look like this and you can see the little panda bear up here, then you're good. Like whatever avatar you picked, you're where you're supposed to be. If not, you can go back in the video a little bit and see what you need to do. Alright, so we're going to click on the person option again. So mine's the panda bear that I selected. It should be your avatar you selected. So whatever one you selected, you're going to click on that, and a box should pop up like this. I'm going to do this real quick. Then we're going to click on Turn on Sync, which is the blue rectangle here. So I'll demonstrate that. So click there, and then click Turn on Sync. And then it will take you to a sign-in page. Alright, screen should look like this, where it's asking you to sign into Chrome. Right here is where you're going to make sure you put your child's school login information. And if you have multiple children, you're going to have to do the same process, or they will need to do it for each one. Kids that are in 3rd grade through 8th grade for sure have done this with me at school. 2nd grade we'll do it here at the beginning of school, and then the high school kids should have lots of experience doing this as well, so they should be able to do their own. But this is the process to add the people with their school accounts so they can access their Google Classrooms at home. So I'm just using my daughter as an example here. So it's like usually like a number, graduation year, first initial, first name, full last name at neoguscusd3.net. You should have your child's login information. We can get that for you if you need it. Just reach out. We can get that for you. So you put login information, or email, and then their password. Alright, I'll go do that. Once the email's in, you can click next, then password, and click next. Okay. When this pops up, you'll see, that's why I said the avatar didn't matter, it changed. So now it's just their first initial. Right here, this is important. You want to link data. What this will do is it'll make it easier. So passwords and things will be saved. The only time you would not want to link data is if you're using a public computer. Like, so say you went to a library and you're using that public computer, you would not want to sign in and link all your data there. But if you're using a personal computer, Chromebook, this is where you want to link data. And then right here, turn on sync. It will sync bookmarks, passwords, history. You just click yes, I'm in. You'll notice once I did that, these are all her bookmarks. They popped up here, so now she'll have access. This is the same stuff when they come to school and they sign into the computers. This is the same stuff they have at the top on their computers at school. So it's all right there. So we did that. We linked data. Yes, I'm in. Alright, so that turns on the sync. After that, your child is set up for Google Chrome, and this is the hardest part. So once you have this, everything else is much easier to use. But the bookmarks makes it really handy, and I'll show a few more things here. So this is where we're at in the presentation. We have got Google Chrome, if we didn't have it already, and we have logged our child into Google Chrome, if we didn't know how to do that already. The next thing we'll do is navigate to Google Classroom. Alright, so Google Classroom is simple once you are logged in to Google Chrome. Like I said, we finished the hard part. This is pretty easy now since we're logged in. Getting into Google Classroom, so over here, you're going to click on Google Apps, and that is your 9 dots over here on the right. So next to the initial that we're showing we're logged in, you click on those 9 dots. Options will come up like you see to the right. If you do not see the 9 dots, you can either open a new tab and they will pop up, or you may have to navigate to google.com and they will be there. So these are usually when you open a new tab, it just takes you to Google. That's like the kind of the home page. So I'll show that. So here, 9 dots. These are your Google apps, and you can actually even look at more than what's even there. But sometimes if they're not there, if you just click the new tab plus, it'll take you to a screen like this. You can navigate again. Alright, so Google Classroom is one of the Google apps available for your child. If you do not see it on the first set of apps, you can scroll down within the apps box that has popped up. Usually it'll be on the top somewhere, but it looks like a chalkboard and it says Classroom underneath it. And that is where you'll click. So here, and then Classrooms here. Like I said, you could scroll down. This scrolls, and if you don't see it anywhere on here, you can click even more from G Suite, and it'll take you to tons of things. But Classroom should be one of the ones you see. You can click on that. Alright, now your child has access to their Google Classrooms. To go to a specific class, click on the class name. So like if she was going to go to Miss Vaughn's, she would click on the name Miss Vaughn here and it'd take her to that class. If she was going to the technology class for 2nd grade, she could just click on this and it would take her to that class. Sometimes kids get here and they forget what to do. If you're getting ready to add, let me go back. If you're getting ready to add a class, I'll go through that too, but that's the plus right here. So if a teacher has you add a class and say the child's not been in the classroom yet, they need to join a Google Classroom, right up here is the plus where you'll put a class code in, so the teacher will have a class code. Or if the teacher just goes ahead and invites the student, it will be here. It'll look like this. Instead of these things down here, it'll be a blue box that says join, and they can just click on join. But I'll show that on the... So these are the classrooms. Right here is this. If they are ready to join a class code will be available where they can enter that. It's specific to the class, and then they would type it in and click join, and it would put them in the class. Or if the teacher has invited them to a Google Classroom, it will look just like this box right here, except down at the bottom, instead of having these two things with the folder and that, it'll be a blue box that says join. You just click on that and then your child will be in the class. I'm just going to show, I'll show mine here, an example. This is their second grade technology class from last year. So you can see that there's not a ton in here. They got some little assignments and things like that. So here's her all about me presentation. Her work is here. And then like directions, and there's some instructional videos here. And to get back, I just clicked here. So navigating is not too difficult. You can see the other people in the class. And then if I need to get back to the classes, just click on these three lines right here and click classes, and now I'm back to the main class page. If you click on Miss Vaughn's class, so even students can message teachers on here. Teachers can message students. Assignments can be posted like this. They got a little Google form thing they had last year. And her work over here. But once you get into Google Chrome, getting to Google Classroom is pretty easy, and then navigating it is pretty basic. And the kids do this a lot when they're at school, so they have lots of experience using this, so they know what to do. But that is getting into Google Classroom, and I think that covers all of the presentation. So you should have Google Chrome now. You have the directions to log your child into Google Chrome and then navigate to Google Classroom. I hope that this helps you out. If you have any questions or it's not making sense, there's my email. Feel free to email me anytime. I'll try to get back to you quickly. Hopefully we don't have to use this too much, but we'll see. Hopefully this helps it be a little bit more smooth for some families.